All right, I just got off a call here. Lacey's going crazy, so I'm guessing the fish arrived for Jack. Was your friend here? Your UPS friend? How do you... I think it was her, because she never sits by the door unless it's her. Because you got a little UPS friend that leaves you a cookie, don't you? Let's see if it was her or if it was the guy. The guy doesn't leave you a cookie. Oh, there's the cookie. It was your friend, huh? You know, you're like, open the door, jerk. I want my cookie. All right, there you go. She leaves a cookie. That's a short box this time, so you can reach it, huh? And there you go, right on the new carpet. I love it. Clean up your crumbs, kiddo. She was freaking out. I always could tell she's freaking out when the... So this is Jack's new fish from Live Aquaria. They had a July 4th sale. So even though his tanks aren't ready, I'm going to put these guys in. I got a really great deal on some awesome stuff, and I'll be showing everybody soon here when I get these guys all opened up and packaged up, and we're going to start working on his tank when the big one's done here. Okay, so here we are, and we have all this stuff kind of off the tanks because we're starting to work for them. Very impressed with the packaging. I mean, really good. The bags were put in here, styrofoam, cold pack, everything. All the guys seem to be doing really, really well. Kind of acclimating them right now. Of course, the little baby turtles are like, "What's going on, dudes?" He just still had one yo-yo loach in here. And I kind of took everything out of here because, again, we're just kind of working on joining all these together and all this stuff. So, you know, kind of working on the big one first here a little more. But I figured I'd get these guys in here, just kind of get them going. But yeah, this little yo-yo loach was one of these little guys that just kind of was a runt. Never got big like the other ones that I put in the big tank. So he's like, "What are you doing, man?" So I'm just going to probably leave him in here. He seems to get along well with the turtles. And there is still a lot of little baby plecos that are roaming around here that he's had in here for some time. But, you know, we love clown loaches. So they had an awesome 4th of July deal. Got a ton of clown loaches, little tiny babies. And then some L135s, the little Rio plecos here. 3 of these guys. Very cool. Can't see them there in the bag very good, but... and then in here, and then they have these in like a black bag. These are the awesome Hillstream loach, reticulated Hillstream loach. And these are really, really neat. I'll show some more video after I get them out of the bag. These are little babies, but we've always kind of wanted these. We just kind of thought they were a little expensive. And again, they had this awesome deal, so we thought we would get them. So I'll show you in a minute after these guys get a little more acclimated and I do a little water exchange here, and then I'll get them in here. And they'll all be able to kind of hang out. And I've got these big glass tubes. They are going to be in the new design. So, you know, some of the little guys can kind of hide away in that. But you can still see them. So, and again, got those at Packetans. They're going out of business sale. Those are normally around $10, and I got them for $2.50 a piece. So really cool little glass tubes. They're actually candle holders, but you can't tell when you bury them. They just look like little glass tubes. And really cool. So that's all going to be in the new design, along with some of the other stuff we're doing. There's the Aqua Bridge and all that. We're going to put all these together, but I'll be back and show you all these guys and probably feed these guys too. Got about 10 of those guys. A little too small to put in the big tank. I do have ones in there about twice this size that have acclimated pretty well. But they're doing pretty good. These guys all ate lots and lots of worms. I was busy, so I couldn't actually record it. I had work to do. But I had a little lunch break here. I wanted to get these guys in. And I know a lot of people say, well, if you're in the middle of transitioning to these tanks, maybe it's not a good idea to put these guys in. But it's not really that big a deal. They'll get used to this tank, and then when we kind of, you know, involve the other ones here and get them all hooked up together, they'll kind of be used to each other already. And plus, again, there was this huge deal and sale, so I just couldn't pass it up. Here's the other little, oh, let me go over here and get... So then we have the, where did they go? Oh, there they are right there. the little L135s, as they say. Some people call them candy stripe. Other people call them Rio, plecos and things like that. So really, really, really cool guys. And then the loaches. Where are those reticulated loaches? I know I saw one a minute ago. Not sure where they went. They like to hide. Oh, there's one right there, hiding underneath this turtle here. Really cool guys. So people call these a lot of different things. And there's a lot of different versions, but basically they're more like a loach. And they kind of, some people refer to them as flounders. Some people call them mini stingrays. They almost really behave and act like a pleco. But really super cool little loaches. They don't get very big, about 3 inches, but such neat markings. And again, they're usually a little more expensive than what I would want to spend for a little guy like this. But huge July 4th sale on Live Aquaria, and they showed up. This guy's hanging out. He's like, thanks for the worms, dude. They don't even notice these little guys down here. So, yeah, so we got 3 of these guys. We got about 10 little baby clown loach. Oh, there's another one right there. Look at him. He's right here. So it's almost as if their fins kind of spread out to their side and get big like that. Really neat little guys. Really neat little guys. So Jack's tank is going to be pretty well stocked when all these guys start. Let me refocus here when I pan out. There we go. So when these guys start to pan out, when these guys start to grow, they're really going to have a nice thing going on here. And they won't get that much bigger for a while. So, again, we're going to be bridging these tanks together, and this is going to be really neat. We're going to have under gravel lights. We're going to have the bamboo on top. We're going to have over lights, and just kind of want to do a little update since I got all these guys. So they'll all kind of be getting used to each other in here and growing over the next couple weeks as we're going through this process. Again, I really didn't want to get them before I did the tanks, but I really couldn't pass up the deal. A sale's a sale and a deal's a deal. So look at these cute little baby clown loaches. One of my favorites, always has been. And then of course when any of these guys get bigger, we put the bigger stuff in the big tank. Ultimately the turtles will end up going in the big tank, but it's going to be quite a while before they do that. But the clown loaches, depending on how fast they grow, I'll end up putting those in my tank and then getting more stuff. He's like, hey, that's my little area where I sit. They don't seem to be nipping at any of these new guys or anything. They, again, if you keep turtles pretty well fed and they kind of grow up with fish, they tend to kind of be friends with them and not really have any issues eating them, There's one of those guys hiding back there in the corner, looking pretty good. Tiny little baby plecos there. Real cool little guys there. Those are going to be neat. Jack's going to love these new guys. He's going to love these guys when I pick them up from his camp. He's going to be like, awesome. These little guys. So cool. So, yeah, for the most part, these guys will probably all get along and all hang out for at least 6 months to a year. A lot of these smaller loaches in that will probably just stay in this tank because those really don't get very big at all. But, yeah, so I just want to give a little update there. That's what's going on in Jack's room. We'll kind of go back and forth with the updates between the big tanks and the little tanks. We're kind of working on the big tanks. We're working on the little tanks, kind of back and forth. And we'll just kind of go back and forth as we make progress and kind of see how things go. But I just want to kind of show people these neat little guys. And there's one of the original little baby plecos that Jack had in his tank already. Let me focus on him. Little dude there. He was about the size of a pinhead when we got him. Let me see if I can get a little better shot of him there. It's not focusing very well because it's so small. But he's starting to get bigger. And he's kind of got little specks on him. He's a tiny little baby. What are you guys doing? You guys watching me? Did you guys have a good lunch, huh? Look at those guys. The funniest little cute faces ever. They're all getting along really good. Sometimes they kind of fight over the food. They'll kind of try to grab it from each other, but then after they realize there's enough, they kind of stop right away. They're doing really good. Really good. I love these guys. Jack loves them too. Look at those hands. So neat. can't wait to see how, when we get the tank all done and everything, how awesome it's all going to be. It's going to be really cool. And we're gonna be joining these two together, like we said. And like I said, we're busy, so a little bit at a time. But just wanted to show those guys. So yeah, check out some of our other videos, and subscribe to the channel for future updates, as Jack always says. And check out some of our other stuff. And hope everybody's having an awesome, or by the time this comes out, had an awesome July 4th weekend. We'll see you soon.